Does it ever feel like you're putting, I don't know, 80% of the effort into what's supposed to be a 50-50 relationship? If you find yourself in friendships or romances that just feel off balance, you're definitely not alone. And I promise you, it is not just bad luck. So today, we're going to dive into this pattern and really get to the psychology behind it.
Okay, let's do a quick gut check. Think about the people you're closest to. When you want to make plans or just, see how they're doing, are you pretty much always the one who has to pick up the phone and make it happen?
And what about when things get a little tense? A disagreement pops up. Are you the one who immediately jumps in to smooth things over, to apologize, to find a solution, even when you know deep down it wasn't really your fault to begin with? Or maybe, and this one can really sting, maybe you're everyone's rock. You're the go-to person for advice, for a shoulder to cry on. But then, when it's your turn, when you're having a rough day, crickets. That same support just isn't there for you. If you've been nodding along to all of this, yeah, it's frustrating. It's lonely, actually. But the thing is, this isn't just a vague feeling you have. Psychology actually has a specific term that nails this dynamic perfectly. It's called imbalanced reciprocity. And this isn't just some academic buzzword. It's a real, defined pattern. It basically means the scales in your relationship are constantly tipped to one side. You're consistently the giver, and the other person, well, they're pretty much the taker. And wow, this slide really breaks it down, doesn't it? Look at the two sides. On your side, you've got all this action, initiating, doing the emotional heavy lifting, making peace. And on their side, it's so passive. They just kind of accept things, offer a little bit of support here and there, and basically just wait for you to do something. You can really see the gap right there. Okay, so this leads us to the biggest question of all. Why? Why does this keep happening? Because here's the secret, the pattern isn't just about who you're choosing. It often starts with a role that we unknowingly take on. Let's dig into that. So often the root of this whole thing is adopting the role of the emotional caretaker. And this usually starts way back, maybe in childhood. Maybe you were the peacemaker in your family, or you learned that you got praise for being super helpful and not causing any trouble. It's a role you learn where your value feels like it comes from what you do for other people, not for who you are. So let's look at the profile. An emotional caretaker? They feel this heavy weight of responsibility for everyone else's happiness. They will always put the group's harmony above their own needs to avoid a fight. They overfunction, which means they do way more than their fair share to keep a relationship going. And here's the kicker. Their self-worth gets totally wrapped up in how helpful they are. And this quote, this right here, is the absolute heart of it all. This is the deep, driving fear. It's this little voice in your head that says, if I stop planning everything, if I stop fixing everything, if I stop being so useful, will this person even want me around anymore? It's the fear that the whole connection is built on what you provide, not who you are. Just understanding this pattern is a huge, powerful first step to changing it. The point isn't to stop being a caring person, not at all. It's about starting to include yourself in that circle of care. So with that in mind, I don't want to leave you with an answer. I want to leave you with a question to think about. Seriously, just take a second and really think about this. What if you knew, deep in your bones, that you were enough just by showing up as yourself? That you deserved friendship and love just for being you, not because you're a great problem solver or an amazing listener? What would change? What would that even feel like?